Okay, so for today's story, we're going into the realm of TikTok. I've been seeing little bits of this story kind of popping up, and it's kind of a crazy one if it is completely true. So I got three different clips from this individual, and just gonna play them and we'll talk about them.
I got a 0 on a project proposal in my class because I used the term biological women, which is apparently not allowed anymore. She even said it was a good project proposal.
So here it says grade 0, 20 points possible. Graded anonymously, no. Olivia, this is a solid proposal. However, the terms biological woman are exclusionary and are not allowed in this course as they further reinforce heteronormativity. This is an actual comment from a professor.
But I got a 0 because I use this term and it's exclusionary and not allowed anymore, so. And I 100% know that this is like the most biased grade ever because my project is about transgenders competing in biological women's sports. How am I supposed to do my final project if I can't use the word biological women? But that's what my project is about. I got
like, I don't know how somebody makes something like this up. However, there have been quite a few people who have been challenging this girl on her video. So this one says she was caught faking these multiple times. She won't challenge the school because it's not real.
I don't really know why someone would make this up or how you would do that. There have been a few comments like this, so I'm going to share more images, I guess, without trying to expose my school or the professor's name or anything like that. This is the grade page.
Which I wouldn't condone that she do if she is trying to keep it, like civil and she's just trying to put this out in the media. But I don't know if this will ever really change if, somebody's not held accountable to it. Now you can see, racialized and gendered film representations, 1990s feminism. So, these are different projects, I guess, that she's been given, and so this one was, I believe, final project feminists. So she's doing something on feminism, as she mentioned. 0 out of 20, one
And this is where
comment.
she like made the comment.
So here again, we see that same comment. So I don't know why people are saying that this is not true.
And here's just like another view in case that wasn't good enough. I don't want to show your name. I don't really.
So again, this ties all back to the previous video we just talked about all this gender stuff in school, where apparently heteronormative stuff is not okay to be teaching or to be learning, like saying biological women. Before, we didn't even need to really throw that in. We would just say woman. Now we have to differentiate, but now even differentiating is not allowed. This is so backwards. And the final video I wanted to play was somebody writes, check the syllabus of the class and see if the professor reserves the right to determine when a student's work breaks their rules then. So she answers.
You brought up a good point about the syllabus. I've actually gone through it multiple times to ensure that I have not broken any rules. And I brought up the syllabus multiple times to my professor to let her know that I have not broken anything in her syllabus. Her syllabus actually says, you will be graded primarily on the quality of your work and timeliness of work turned in relative to the module due dates. You will not be graded on the content of your opinions, so long your opinions do not create emotional and or mental harm for your diverse classmates or espouse bigoted or anti-scientific views, which is ironic because I think I'm the one who's being scientific by saying that sex is determined at birth, and she's the one who's being anti-scientific. In that project.
Now, if this project is for the teacher and the student to be the only one seeing it, I don't understand how it can be determined that this is harmful to any other students. Maybe she could show it to another classmate. I don't know. But again, this is somebody's project. This is their opinion on something, which shouldn't even be an opinion, like a talking point. It's fact. Biological women shouldn't be going against trans women, but it's crazy that the teacher gave a syllabus, she followed the syllabus and still got a negative, and the teacher even wrote that it was a fantastic proposal.
Proposal was obviously for a final project, which the draft is due tonight at 11:59, but she has not responded to what I should do now since I got a 0 on the proposal. And in her syllabus, it says she will respond within 48 hours. And I emailed her Friday afternoon, and I still have no response, and it's due tonight. So now what?
So, like, all of this is bananas. And again, Olivia, this is a solid proposal. Why are these the teachers that are teaching now? Why can't we just get good teachers anymore? And this is also a female teacher from what she had said in her previous video. So now you start to wonder, like, why is a female teacher also pushing against you saying that you can't say biological women in a project about feminism? That's what feminism was trying to do with Title IX, with getting equality, with this and that. And women fighting for their rights and, safe spaces and sports and all of that stuff. Like, and she did make an update video where she talks about some of this. It's a little bit longer, so I might just play some of it, but take a listen.
Hi everybody, I just want to start off by saying thank you for the amount of support that I've gotten in the last few days. It's scary having a face out there for so many people to see, but I decided to take advantage of the situation and try to bring awareness to what's happening in schools. This is a fairly long video, just a warning. Many people have been requesting more background information to the whole incident, so the basic idea of the project was very broad. We just had to pick a topic, something to do with feminism, and use sources from class to support our idea. So the topic that I chose to do, and I quote from my project proposal, I aim to show how females were given support and opportunities to compete fairly in sports increasingly from the late 1800s up until the early 2000s. Starting around the early 2000s, these fair opportunities began to lessen, along with the lack of support surrounding the idea of fair competition for female athletes. So it's a very simple one-page explanation of what you're going to do in your project and how you're going to do it. I was going to begin with the first female athletes who competed in the Olympics, and then talk about the fight that led to Title IX, talk about some prominent female athletes that we all know of, and then I think the issue lies in the final paragraph of my proposal. I'll go ahead and read the entire paragraph. I intend to show how Title IX, which protects the equality of women in sports, is actively being violated in today's world. While it is extremely important to recognize and protect transgender rights, it is equally important to do that for women in their sports. Although a very controversial take, I will demonstrate the lack of support that is being shown for biological women who wish to compete fairly among other biological women, while acknowledging the science behind a male figure having biological advantages regardless of hormone therapy, etc.
This is not out of left field to say something like that. All of that has been proven. We've seen it. We know it. We were taught it as growing up. It was never to say that they're better than women or women are lesser than men, yada yada. It was just to prove that there are differences between us. Like, these are not crazy concepts. Now, I'll leave the link in the video to her page and maybe this video if you guys want to check out the rest. But I just wanted to touch on this. Again, the world is a scary place. I'm worried about my kids going into school. I know a lot of this is in the States, but it's starting to bleed into Canada. And yeah, love to hear what you guys think about this. And I will catch you guys on the next video.